Hi, friends. Welcome to episode 8 of Knit About It. I'm Cassie, and this is Drew. And
Hi, everybody.
This is our little corner of the internet where we're going to talk about knitting. And all the things we're knitting about.
About it. Talk about it and knit about it.
Yes. And then all of our other little crafty adventures. Yeah. So, in this episode, we wanted to talk about our knit-along that we'll be hosting this year. The Year of the Scary Sweater, or whatever it's going to be called. We're going to...
Dream sweater. Let's do dream sweater. Scary sweater. No. Dream sweater.
The very complicated, scary sweater.
Conquer your
of your dreams.
Sweater.
There we go.
It's a work in progress. We're still workshopping here, people. So, if you have an idea, put it in the comments.
Put it below. I will be posting on Instagram Monday morning all of the details. Monday, January 30th, 2023.
Well, I shouldn't say tomorrow, because who knows when this will be posted, but it's Sunday today. So.
It's Sunday today. It'll be posted by tonight, probably. But we'll talk about all of the knit-along details, and all of the rules, then all of the non-rules. We're kind of loose and free here. But we wanted to have a knit-along just to bring everybody together, have some camaraderie, and maybe help each other out along the way with our sweater projects that we've chosen that are meant to challenge you. So choose something from your queue, whatever it is. If it's cables, if it's color work, if it's knitting a sweater, whatever's a little out of your comfort zone. That's what we're going to be doing. It's starting right this minute. Right this minute.
Let's get going, people. Let's do it.
Through the end of the year. December 31st, 2023. Ending date. The only requirements are you start a sweater after January. After. Whips aren't going to count on this one. I want it to be something new from your queue or something you've seen that you're just like, ooh, that one's a little...
Stretch. It stretches you.
Yeah, there we go. It stretches
you. Need that little, you need that little nudge. We're giving you the nudge. We're giving you the little... And
you might need some new skills to do it. Anything. We're here to help. We're here to cheer you on. And we're going to be doing it too.
I love cheering people on.
Absolutely. I want to be your hype woman.
Yeah, that's my number one. I want to cheer you on. I want to support you. Let's do it.
We can do it. Yes. So, we hype each other up all the time. All the time. And we want to do that for you. And so I want you to figure out what you're going to knit and then tell us about it, what you're going to knit about. So I have gone back and forth on my selection a million times. I want to do the 1908 sweater by Thea Coleman. And the dog is disagreeing with my choices. Shh. And the only reason I'm choosing that is that I've never done an all-over cabled sweater. I know it's going to take a very, very long time. I know I'm going to poop out on it. I know that it's just a lot, and it's a daunting task in my book. I always go for the easy, able to carry it along with you project, the one that, you know, you can knit anywhere, on the go. And this is not going to be that. Charts and things. So that's going to be my challenging project of the year. And what about you, Drew? What do you got? Have you decided?
I'm nervous to say it, but I think I'm going to say it, which is I think it's going to be the year to do the Timberline sweater by Jared Flood. Yes. I've been wanting to knit it for literally 10 years. I'm pretty sure this pattern came out 10 years ago this year. And similar to Cassie, it's all over cables, cardigan sweater, in pieces. So lots of things that are challenging. The cables, obviously, the cables, I'm not even really too worried about the level of challenge. It's just more so that it will be like slow. Like, it will take
Yeah.
me a long time to finish it. Obviously, for me, the challenge will be the seaming, and just like not getting freaked out, which is like a Drew quality. Like, I get a good halfway in, and then I'm like freaked out. But
But we're here to support you.
yeah, I'm excited. I want to I'm in kind of like a cardigan phase these days. Like, I desire cardigans because I'm a hot temperatured person, and so I want to have a few more that like I actually I don't have any right now, but I will soon have two. And Timberline will hopefully be the third. So that's going to be mine.
I love it. That is a horribly challenging project. It's just, and that's the problem with me too. It's not that like I have all of the skills needed to knit this sweater. Like, that doesn't scare me. It's the length of time it's going to take me. Like, I've not had a project that's like that involved long term.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about, is like pooping out on it. And
it's a marathon. That's what it is. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got to start somewhere. And 11 months, that's a long time. So, like, really, you know, not to make it work, but you could probably finish most things outside of, like, crazy, insane blankets. Probably the only thing that would maybe take you longer than that. But you could do a challenging sweater in 11 months.
For sure. Absolutely. So that's why it's a whole year long. Well, almost a whole year long. It was going to be a whole year long, and then, you know, the holidays happened, and
January was the planning phase. We gave people time to think. So you thought about it
Yes.
in January. You got comfortable with your choice. That's step one.
Maybe you've collected your yarn and bought your pattern.
I still haven't done that part yet. The yarn part. I have to decide what I'm going to use.
Yeah, I have to swatch. I've got my yarn. I've got to swatch. And this is definite swatching happening. I'm generally the first few inches of a sweater is the swatch kind of person. I'm naughty. I'm going to swatch.
Cables,
I'm gonna swatch
you gotta,
that
like...
whole chart.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you have to with cables. I mean, maybe some people don't, but I cannot not swatch because it's me.
Neurotic. In the
Big
most
time.
loving way.
I told my friend the other day, my work wife, that I'm like a neurotic hippie, and I kind of think that that's like my vibe. And I'm a Gemini, so this makes like total sense, right? So like crazy and neurotic and anxious, but at the same time I'm like your biggest cheerleader. Wearing
You're also like a
tie-dye
very
or ice dye.
let's go with the flow kind of guy too at the same time.
Yeah.
What a crossroads you must reach
What a
sometimes.
great combination. Never a dull moment with me.
Right. Hey, it's why we're friends.
As Cassie can attest to.
I love it. I love it. So what have you been working on?
I am working on the Jinsan cardigan still, but I can show. Let me show, because I've been making some progress, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see because the yarn is dark, but I did split for my sleeves, and not only did I split for my sleeves, but I held the stitches for the pockets. So this cardigan has some really interesting pockets. So I'm at the spot now where I'm like, I won't explain it to you guys. Look it up. It's very cool. But I'll be very excited to actually show it like once I get kind of to the part where it all comes together. It's like origami. So I'm just trusting at this point. I actually saw... There's a good photo tutorial that I found, Cassie. I shouldn't tell you about that. But it shows like step by step like how it all comes together. So that's what I'm working on. And as an added bonus, I do want to share that this sweater, it has like some accent colors. And of course, as we just mentioned, in typical Drew fashion, I'm like in overthink mode. But this is my main color. And then these are my two accent colors. And there's just like a little detailing on the collar and on the cuffs that I'll be using these with the navy. So, and Cassie helped me pick these colors out along with my partner. So they kind of gave me a little nudge. It was between this and like neutral like grays, which would have been fine, but
There was that jewel tone peacock green too that was really fun.
Yeah. You know,
but
like
these weren't even on your choices. I was like, what about this? And then you're like, great.
At first I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, actually, because I feel like this is like giving me like 70s, 80s retro autumn vibes.
I'm into it.
So I'm digging it. And it's still like, this is a lot of color, but it's only just going to be like a little smidge. So it will still be like pretty neutral on balance. And then this is the little like, wow. So also, I'm just going to say it again. Lucky Tweed. Please try it. Please, please, please try it. It's so, so, so good. You need to try it. I'm going to get you to try it.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to need you to try the North Bay Elemental Worsted. I'm bringing you a skein next month. A hat.
What am I going to make? Okay, I'll make a hat. Yeah, I do need to try that. I don't know what I'm doing with my life that I'm not, like, making something out of that beautiful cormo. Like, and it's Jill.
Cormo. Jill, the sweetest human on earth. Yeah, I'm bringing you a skein next month. We get to see each other in like 3.5 weeks.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
It's the most wonderful time.
Yeah, fuck
this
Christmas.
Is like my most wonderful. Yeah, forget Christmas. This is better than Christmas because, as we said last time, we're coming to Portland. We're taking Portland by storm. Mm-hmm. And we're getting together with like a little core group of friends. We're staying at our little Airbnb second time. And it's going to be the Rose City Yarn Crawl. So if you are in the Pacific Northwest, you are going to see us. And we're going to be a hot mess. So get ready.
Yes, in the best way. Our hot mess is just code for
we're fun.
Good fun time.
We're just fun. We're not like bad. We're just goofy and
loud.
Yardy. And maybe somebody will get pooped on by a bird. You know, we'll see.
I don't want to get pooped on.
True story.
Oh, I don't want it. So I will tell you what I'm working on. I started, well, first off, let me tell you what I did get off the needles.
She's wearing it, America.
The big green V. Yes, this oversized...
Stand up, do a twirl.
Oh man, it blows the light out. Ooh, it's got this little swingy bit. I'm over here, I'm over there. But it's just like this like oversized hug of a sweater. Big worsted soft yarn. And I don't know. I think it's like, when I set out to knit this, I was just like, that 1990s Ralph Lauren V-neck sweater that was like oversized and wonderful. And even like if you knit this in like a solid cream with a little bit of like color detail stripe here, you've got that like preppy look like that. Love it. But I also wanted like the biggest, coziest sweatshirt all at the same time. This is both things.
Yeah.
It's my V-neck sweater shirt.
You guys, a couple things.
Cozy.
It's beautiful, number one. Number two, I'm not sure the video is going to do it justice, so you have to check out Cassie's Instagram, Pine Needles and Poppies, because you've got some nice close-ups of the color and some of the detail. And third thing, it's just like classic Cassie, which is beautiful, thoughtful, simple, but just like the details. That's what matters.
The
like the little things on the neck, hem, cuff, all of that stuff. Gorgeous.
And the fit is just the other thing. It's fully oversized all around, but still cropped. So it looks intentionally baggy, I guess, without looking sloppy or like you're wearing something far too large. That was my goal, and I feel like I nailed it. And I feel like I nailed it enough that it's being graded currently. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I might be looking for some test knitters very, very soon. Anyway, back to what I'm now knitting since I finished this and I had the ability to cast something else on. So one of those shawls that I had mentioned that I've designed, but the yarn is no more. I found new yarn and I've started reknitting one of those shawls.
Ooh.
So this will be coming for Stitches West. And it will be in the Seismic Yarn booth with Eva at Seismic Yarns. So that's happening, and that's really all I'm knitting on right now. I'm making sweater plans. That's all I'm up to right now, sweater plans.
Sweater plans.
Hashtag sweater plans.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention what candles we're burning. I feel like we've missed that last few.
We totally have.
What candle are you burning?
Wax and Wool, Palo Santo, and Patchouli. It's a goodie. Do you have that one?
No, but I love. I'm like basic B. Love Palo Santo. Who doesn't? Gorgeous. And with Patchouli, I'm also like a big Patchouli fan. So.
Yeah, Sterling picked this one out, and we got it at Starlight in Portland when we were there in September, October, whenever we were there for a hot minute.
One of the 17 times you went to Portland last year. Jealous.
Flew to Portland for a Dave Matthews Band concert and flew home.
So jealous.
Went to Starlight.
I will live in Portland one day. I'm putting it into the universe. It won't be soon.
I'm with you.
We have East Coast ties, but you know, I think it'll be like a later in life thing for sure.
I want to retire in Portland or in Tahoe. I want an A-frame cabin, and I want some like kid to shovel my sidewalk, and I don't want to just light me a fire, and I'll watch the snow and heaven.
Yes.
That's retired life for me.
Yes. I've got a Voluspa candle. And the fragrance today is eucalyptus and white sage. It is one of my top 10 candles for sure. It's funny because this was one that I wasn't keen on when I first, like on the first burn. I was like, oh, it's kind of like a little light. Like the fragrance is not like in your face. And I brought it out a couple months ago and I gave it like another whirl and I'm like, this is actually really good. I really like this. So I've been burning it a lot lately.
Yeah, those are good for weekends because you can just let them go all day and they're not going to overpower your house.
I'm a big fan of the Voluspa candles. Just you guys didn't ask, but I'm putting a plug in. Like there are a lot of good candle companies out there that I'm a fan of, but the Voluspa ones are just they're a great value. It's a good like if you're looking for something that's like one click up from a Yankee Candle, like actually it's like 2 clicks up. It's like I think a lot better than a Yankee Candle, but still kind of in that general like price point. Check them out.
Check it out. So, I do have one other weird thing that's kind of like a show and tell, but like not. So, like, I designed a shawl a while ago, and then I just didn't weave the ends in. I've had it test knit like over a year ago, and I just never wove the ends in and like took pictures of it. So, my goal this next week is to take photos of it and release it and just call it done. I mean, when the hell's the holdup, right?
Yeah.
COVID, depression, you know. We've all been there, right?
Life.
Life. Just shove it to the back of the cabinet. Anyway, it's this one. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And this is going to just be like so cozy. Like, what a cozy little hug. I'm putting it on.
What did you make that out of again?
Woolfolk Far.
Oh.
It's like a buttery kitten. It's so freaking soft. But it's like a chainette. Not chainette. Is it chainette? Or is it like braided or... I think it's chainette plied. But it just adds this like, I don't know if you can see, but it just adds like an extra little texture to your stitches.
Beautiful.
I love it. But I think this will be released next week. And it is called the Vespera shawl.
Ooh.
Ooh. But I love the yarn because it's like, it weighs absolutely nothing. It's... What are they doing with yarn these days?
Listen, that's highly like in my world, that's a highly desirable property. Like when it's
Yes.
warm and soft and cozy, but it weighs nothing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how they made that so soft.
Wanting it.
It's amazing. The only thing is the price point on that yarn is
It's wolf spendy.
It's spendy. I don't know what I walked into a yarn shop and I was like, this. And that was the end of it.
And then you look at the price tag and you're like, oh, it's like $30 for like 50 grams. And you're like, I
think it's like 32, 28, 32. Hey, it's no different than Spin Cycle, and we've been all in their realm for a while. No judgment.
I'm a little grouchy about them right now. I'm just putting it out there. And I'm not like in a bad place, but
spill the tea. Tell us how you really feel.
I feel like I follow them on social media. I'm on the mailing list. I do feel like it is a lot of push, 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 buy, buy, buy. And it's also a lot of Andrea Mowry. And again, I don't hate Andrea Mowry. I have nothing against her. But it would be nice to have like a little bit more variety in the mix. I think. Personally. But that's just me.
It'd be nice to see some other stuff.
And also that yarn is great, but it's hard to like apply to patterns. Like you can't just use that for any old, like, like that shawl that you just showed. Like you could knit it in that, but it probably wouldn't be the best fit. Like you would want to maybe use solid colors, I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't do what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
But just like a solid little stockinette hat or mitts or something, I think would be really cute. And just, it's that hand spun look. I mean, it's super, super cute, but you definitely want to apply it gently in applications so you're not knitting, or, I mean, to each their own. If a $600 sweater woohoos you, good for you.
Exactly.
If that's in your wheelhouse and that's in your means, great. But I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second too. This is me telling you that you don't need to buy all of the yarn and all of the patterns and all of the everything that's hot right now to play the game and be part of the club. Like I feel like there's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
It feels that way.
Yeah. Like to be relevant, you have to be knitting this thing.
That's the thing I don't like. Because I just feel like, and that's easy to fall into, like I fall into that trap a lot on social media, not even with Spin Cycle specifically, but just like with people I see who are just like finishing like all this stuff. They're just like cranking it out, like sweater, like every 3 weeks. And I'm just like, how are you getting this all done? Like, are you knitting all night? Do you not have a job? Do you not have like a partner or kids? Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta like, hurry up.
I'm behind. I'm not doing enough.
Savor it, guys.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, enjoy it. Slow down.
Yeah, I find myself while I'm knitting, I'm like, okay, I just got to get through this. And I'm like, no. Calm yourself. Settle it down. Knit the thing. Enjoy the process. And that's going to be like kind of my goal with my 1908 sweater, is just like enjoying the process. And
what are you going to use for the Are you going to use Jill's yarn for 1908?
I think so, yeah. 99% certain on that.
The reason I asked you that is I got made fun of, like not like in a bad way, but just like joking at my original local yarns shop, Bliss Yarns in Nashville, Tennessee. Check them out. Because I would literally, like I was working on a scarf at that time. I think it was out of Tosh Chunky, which is now discontinued, but I would stop like every 2 rows and just like squish my scarf and I was sitting around the table with some other knitters and they noticed and they're like, you would get a lot more done if you stopped squishing. But I'm like, I love that part. I still do that all the time. Like I'll like knit a row and then I like look at it. I'm like, oh, so nice.
There's so many projects I could have had done so much faster had I just knit them instead of admired my work. It feels kind of like
the like tactile,
self-serving. Like, oh, look at my work.
Yeah, and it's
but
like I. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
I'm just. It's the part that gets me excited gets me excited about finishing it too, because it's like if it feels this good now, just imagine like what it's gonna feel like when you wear it when it's done. So. Yeah,
like the Hanever hat last episode when I had it, I like just sat there and like squeezed that sucker. I just like
right.
I was editing the video, I was like playing it back, and I was like, "Geez, Cassie, loosen your grip on the hat. You're making it kind of creepy now." But I love that dang hat. I love that yarn. It's so smushy. But yeah, that's part of the enjoyment of knitting. It's the thrill of the make.
It's meditative. It's supposed to be. I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you want to cruise through it fast, that's cool too. But in case you needed a reminder to like,
this is your reminder.
This is your reminder. Exhale. What do they say on Peloton?
Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could apply that to your to your knitting.
Yeah. So, let's talk about our yearly sweater plans. We've each got 4 sweaters. I look at it as quarterly. I'm going to be knitting a sweater, hopefully, if my hands behave, quarterly. And I've kind of talked Drew into finding 4 sweaters as well. But it's kind of like the short list of the next 4 things, sweater related, that I must absolutely knit, and I'm going to try to get them done in 2023. So you want my first one?
Yeah, tell me.
It's the 1908 sweater by Thea Coleman. And I am knitting it in this. I think
gorgeous.
Another green. I think I'm going to need to knit something else first, though, because I need a
Tobacco?
break from green. Yeah, it's Tobacco. But this Cormo worsted.
Oh, that Jill.
So good. And this is like the best, like 70s avocado floral print sofa green. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's also what I like about that green. It's light enough too where you're going to be able to see the details in that sweater. It's going to look good.
I bought that specifically for that sweater. That was my... And then I started panicking about the sweater. Not about making it, but I was worried that that's a lot of cables. That might be really heavy. But the yarn's light, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to do it. The other challenge on this is that it's bottom up. That's a challenge in itself.
Not my favorite.
But I'm going with it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Going with it. I'll be fine. I've knit before. I'm an experienced knitter.
Don't be afraid. It's okay.
I know it's going to fit too, because I like them oversized, and I'll choose appropriately. And I'm going to swatch. What's your first one?
Well, I guess I should just mention Timberline, right? So we already talked about that. So, but the thing I didn't mention before is I do think I'm kind of between, well, I don't know. I don't want to say between, but I'm thinking of 2 yarns, which this will be not surprising, but Gilliatt, but I'm vacillating on that one too, because there is kind of the standard color palette of Gilliatt, which has some great colors, and I've got to kind of think about like which one of those I might like. But La Bien Aimée also has her own like dyed colors of Gilliatt, and there's this like cobalt blue, which would be like a little crazy and bright and fun, but I'm kind of like digging that a little bit, so I'm considering that. And the other is Shelter. I have a weird relationship with Shelter, but I am considering it because it has a lot of really good properties for that sweater. Because like, talk about heavy. You have to use something light for Timberline because it's like, I think it calls for like 2,700 or 3,000 yards. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's a beast. It's a beast.
That's a lot of cables, which means you're pretty much double thickness at most of the sweater. Oh, you got some decisions. I like the Gilliatt idea because it's so bulletproof. I don't know another way to put it. It is a sturdy yarn.
Yeah, and it's light and it's heathered and there's just a lot of positives to it. And honestly, like, I don't know. There's this beautiful, like, I'm so predictable because I go to the same colors, but they have a really pretty orange for the in their standard palette of Gilliatt. So that's definitely like high on my list. They've also got a really good mustard. That's high on my list. I'm probably not going to do gray. I want to do like a fun color for Timberline. So
you want to make it look like it's not a store-bought sweater.
I saw somebody who did like a hot pink one.
Oh.
And at first I was like, oh, that's going to be like too crazy. It looks awesome. It looks like so fun. Turned out great. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking I might go bold. So that bright like kind of cobalt blue, that's why I'm considering that one. So
that's exciting. That would be a really fun color.
Yeah.
So I think what my first thing is, I'm actually going to start because I need something easy to knit in Portland while we're giggling and laughing and not paying attention to what we're knitting. Right?
Yeah. Eating pizza, hanging out.
I got to look up exactly what the name of it is. What is it called? The Friday Slipover from Petite Knit, which is a little vest. It's very textured, super cute, and I can use my Life in the Long Grass DK that I got while I was in Amsterdam. Is that a good plan?
Very cool. Yeah.
It's almost like the original color of the one she did. It's very like golden, but that is my selection number 2, and I think the first thing I'm going to start. That one was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Choice done. Decided.
Check.
Gotta go find a good long white collared shirt situation for a vest that'll look cute.
Totally.
Those are my goals. Shirt shopping now.
Well, gotta do it.
So what do you got next?
So my second one is Halibut by Caitlin Hunter.
Oh,
another one
I didn't even know this was on your list.
Well, it's been on my list for a little bit, and then kind of fell off the list, and then I saw somebody who knit one using Harrisville Designs Nightshades as the main color, which is also 100% American Cormo. So I'm elevating that one again because I really enjoy color work a lot, and so I know I would like to make that one, and it's just cool. Like I just like the overall look of it with the fish. So
I love that. So my next one also happens to be a petite knit pattern. And this one might be really high on the list of starting soon. But it is the Champagne cardigan. And I'm going to use Forge from Hudson and West in this color. Red feather.
Gorge.
Love it.
I like that.
It's showing up redder on the screen. It's very much like a brownish rust with like the touchiest touch of red, but I'd call it more rust than anything. But I think that would be a very fun, and it's just like the most simple, basic cardigan with like the slightest like V detail, and It's not like harsh, and it's not like up to here. That's my other thing with cardigans. I don't like when they're just like a round neck up to here. Because you have to wear it buttoned the whole time. Otherwise, you're just seeing all the inside because it just flops open. There's nowhere for it to go. So this has like a nice subtle V.
Do that? Ugh.
I don't know. Like, okay, can I spill some tea here for a second? This is a strong opinion, and the internet might come for me. The shift again. Did you know I was going to go here? So there's the shift pullover, and then there's the shift again. They are the identical sweater for the most part. Oh, you keep drinking. And it's got the exact same high neckline. And so unless you wear it buttoned up the entire time, I've seen them, they just flop open. And it's not like...
It's not cute.
So if you're going to wear it buttoned up the whole time, why didn't you just knit the pullover? I don't know. It's just questions I ask myself. Don't tell Andrea that I'm coming for her, because I'm not. I love her. But I think she's brilliant. But that one was a little something.
Well, and it's like...
I don't know.
And it's like doing an idea to death. You got the cowl, you got the shawl, you got the pullover, you got the cardigan. It's like... There's probably going to be socks. There's probably going to... Oh, there's a hat, too. So it's just like, we got it.
Gracie's snoring about it.
Gracie, you know.
She knows. She's in the loop.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah. I mean, I can't fault somebody for running with a good idea. I mean, it's cute stuff, but the cardigan...
Not that cardigan, though. Not that cardigan.
The cardigan was just... If you're going to wear it buttoned up the whole time, just knit the pullover. Isn't that easier? You don't have to steek. You don't have to find buttons. It's all one piece. Just knit in the round. Good to go. I digress. What's your next one?
My next one is Kordy. Kordy. It is a pattern from Moon and Turtle, which... will surprise nobody because I'm obsessed with it.
I gotta look this one up.
It is a Fair Isle pullover, but it's got like a very cool kind of modern twist to it.
I know. I don't even have to look it up. I know which one you're talking about now.
So I'm totally into it. I, yet again, have not decided what yarn. I actually think I might, maybe Lucky Tweed, because I think it needs like I think it calls for like a little bit of a heavier gauge. So that might be one I could explore for that. I don't know. But yeah, I want to make that one.
I dig it. That's a really good choice. Am I on number 4 already?
4.
I am. Oh my gosh.
Bring us home.
Well, okay, well I technically have 5. Maybe I'm going to knit 5 sweaters this year. Don't tell anybody. My next one is Citrine by Emily Green. And I'm happy to announce that she's extended the size range. It's about time. Bigger body, feel like I am in no way the highest size of a size range or what a size range should be. And with the recommended ease, my ease calculation, to make it fit like it does the model, I'd be knitting the largest size. But now there's, I think, 2 or 3 more sizes. So good news for everybody. That's happening. And this is what I'm knitting it in. Juliet. Love this yarn.
Guys, we're not sponsored by Juliet or by Degree Room Natura in any way.
Please
although
sponsor us.
I would be okay with that. So, call me.
Yes, I'm available.
Slide into my DMs.
Send me yarn. Yes,
fine.
Absolutely. I'd even use like Penelope if I needed to. Like, it's fine. Sponsor us. But I love this gray. It's Goland. And it's like the best heathery sweatshirt gray, right? I'm going to make citrine out of this.
Nice.
Maybe this is what I want to start first. I don't know.
That's been one that you've been talking about for like probably over a year now.
I know. The size was kind of to me, and then it's also a bottom up, and then it started knit flat with twisted ribbing, and every time I've wanted to start it, my arm or my hand is giving me troubles, and here we are. I have not knit this weekend really because I've got some nerve, elbow, numb fingers situation going on. It's not cute. It happens. It happens to me a lot. Such is life.
Yeah. Gotta be careful. Be careful. Take a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I have not touched needles today. What's your last one?
So I'm between two for my last one, so we'll have to figure out like which one I'm gonna, do.
I have an honorable mention too that like if it squeezes in, it squeezes in. So tell us both.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you both. So, the first one is called Snow Crocus by Midori Hirose. I really like her patterns in general. She's got a lot of really cool ones, and it's both of these are cabled pullovers. So, I just really like the aesthetic of the Snow Crocus. It's got like a interesting like 3 cable kind of center motif. And then the sleeves have a lot of like texture. It's some sort of like moss seed situation, which people are going to think I'm a psycho, but I actually like love wearing, love knitting that.
I do
It's
too.
weird. I don't know why. I love it. I just talk about something that I sit there like squish, like any kind of seed stitch or moss stitch. I'm like, ooh. So Snow Crocus, and then the other one that's tied with it is, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but Awen, Awen. It is one of the cabled pullovers from Megan Babin of Hudson and West. So she's always putting out these collections of just beautiful cabled sweaters, but like hardcore, intense, all over cables. So I don't know if I can do 2 crazy cabled sweaters in 1 year. I think that's a tall order, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I think you can do it, but don't stress yourself over it.
I'm not going to stress myself.
My honorable mention, if we squeeze it in there, why not, is the Letho by Natasha Hornby. Nope, there's no S in there. Hornby. Which is a cuff-to-cuff knit sideways. But I think it starts in the middle of the back. I don't know. I haven't really reviewed the pattern yet. But it's knit sideways. And it's got a color work stripped down the back. And it's worked out. And then it's got like these little details around the front. That's just like 2 little blips of color on the cuffs too. And it's just like a cocoon cardigan. And I think that's really up my alley this year. I need more cardigans.
I'm like right there with you.
Yeah, because in this climate, weather climate, I feel like I had to like...
Not social or political climate. Let's be clear.
Yeah. I had to be clear last time. Pullovers are a lot on worsted. And everything I've found recently that I want to knit is worsted. Or Aran. And I mean, like this is like, I've got a lot of open space. I guess that's like good temperature control there. But it's, I can only wear them on the coldest days. Especially if I want to be inside the office because, let me tell you about ladies and their space heaters. They should be taken away. Like, just wear more clothes. Come on. Ugh.
I'm always warm. I would hate that.
Oh, it's the worst. And then they trip the circuit because they've all got them going and just stop it.
Oh, Gracie.
Gracie's snoring again.
Speak on it, Gracie.
Yeah, she's like, this is some bullshit. I'm going to sleep about it. But
Sleep about it.
But the nice thing about cardigan is it's just the sleeves and you've got this whole an open door for air to enter and exit.
could just
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do one of these.
whew. So those are my plans. I like your plans. Those are great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to see those start to come up.
I've got a lot going on, so
Same.
I'm focusing on Jinsan first, Timberline second. The other ones, we'll see. Because I also have a lot of stuff to finish that I want to finish.
And you never know what new is going to pop up through the year, and you're like, shit, I got to make that immediately. But, like, don't feed into the whole hype, too. Like, it's okay.
You gotta like it. If you like it, go for it, you know?
Yeah.
But
who am I to say? I took the Easy V and I knit it, like, immediately as soon as it came out. I was just like, gotta have it.
And it turned out awesome.
Love the neckline. I like a V.
Yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So do you have any other
2022.
knitting news?
Gosh, what else do I have going on knitting-wise?
Today in knitting news.
I don't think so. I've just been really, like, to my credit, I've just been focused. I'm in the lane with Jinsan. Like, I want to finish this thing. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Honestly, I was thinking the other day that I'm not really finding, at least in January, I don't know if maybe it's just like a slow time, but there's just not a ton of things that like are striking my fancy this month. Like stuff that's coming out, I'm just kind of like, But how about you?
It's a good time to visit the things that you've saved from before.
Yeah.
There's always something to knit. There's always something like struggling to get your attention. Like, hey, over here, remember me?
I know.
My big problem right now is that I'm in panic mode about what I'm going to knit in Portland. And also, I know, like, that's, like, the vest might just be too much because it's textured all over, and I don't want to, like, be tinking back, because there's no way I'm leaving a mistake in something. And then...
I am in that boat, actually. I was going to mention that. That's actually, like, my homework for this afternoon, because... Here's the thing. I need something easy. Like, I'll have, like, I anticipate Jinsan, I will probably still have that on the needles, but I'll be, like, probably onto sleeves or something when I go to Portland. So that'll be fine. But, I feel like I need something that's, like, gartery or seed stitch or something that's just, like, in that mindless...
read it really well and easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of why I started thinking about the Sunday cardigan. It's because it's just stockinette. It's just raglan increases. Ugh, increases. And I don't know. I'm in full panic mode. Like, do I wind yarn? Do I not wind yarn? Do I just get the ribbing done for the bottom of citrine, and then I'm on full stockinette? Stockinette's kind of boring. Maybe I need a rhythmic texture like you've got, and maybe that's where the Sunday or the Friday... Wow, all my patterns are named after days of the week. The Friday slipover.
Champagne cardigan, Friday slipover.
The champagne cardigan. Yeah, I don't know.
Stockinette in the round actually is probably a good way to go, especially if it's on like DK or up. I thought about that because I was like, maybe I'll bring my, I have that Once in Floral sweater.
You gotta finish that.
Fingering weight. I just, I'm not digging it. Fingering weight sweater is just not my strength, and not really relaxing. So I gotta think myself too.
Yeah. There's also the panic of picking out projects to shop for. Are you in that boat yet? I'm already there.
I haven't given it too much thought yet. I feel like I probably will. One of two things will happen. I'll either be really light in my shopping because I won't have anything in mind and I'll just be like, I'm not going to buy anything, or I'm going to buy like a bunch of stuff with no plan, which is, I'm trying to not do that anymore.
I'm trying to not do that. I'm really trying to not do that.
Because
I
it's
think
really
I
hard to back
want
the
one
yarn
sweater
into
quantity.
something.
That's like my I'm gonna buy one sweater quantity, I think. And I think it's gonna be at
Yeah.
Ritual Dyes, and it's gonna be Cormo.
Rona DK for the win.
Ooh, the wind's blowing out there. Ooh. Um anyway, those are all my plans. I think I also want to get the Delaque needle, circular needle holder.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to review that a little bit more and see if that's something I want to buy.
One thing I was thinking about, I don't know if she'll have them, but I might want another knitter's backpack, which would be like my splurge. But
Ooh.
sometimes she doesn't. It depends. Like, I think it was either last year or the year before she did ice dyed ones, like by a local artisan, and I didn't buy one, which I am like regretting, of course. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm a bag hoe. I like bags.
Well, we'll have to report back while we're in Portland what we actually got.
We'll have a recap at some point.
Oh, for sure. Maybe we'll podcast together while we're in Portland.
That will be crazy.
That would be fun. That'd be fun. We could either do our like shopping plans night before, or like this is all we got.
Or we could go live.
We could go
If we could
live.
figure out how to do that.
We could do it. That's fine. Technology and things. I got this. Don't trust me.
I'm just like along for the ride.
I'll figure it out before then. Other than that, that's all we've got. I will make sure all the stuff about the knit along is posted Monday morning. Knit along. So please knit along with us. Tell us below what you're knitting, what you want to knit. Tell us what your plans are for the year for your sweaters. And that's it.
And say hi to us if you see us at the yarn crawl in Portland.
Say hello. Find us on Instagram. You'll see where we're going. I'll keep you all up to date. And like and subscribe if you don't mind.
And share.
It really helps us. Helps us find other people. And then then the friends group just becomes bigger. We're all friends here. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come be our friend.
Be our friend. We're cool. We're fun.
Yeah.
We're chill.
For sure.
And we like good yarn. So, like, what more do you need?
Exactly. Within reason. We're still frugal folk.
Yeah.
With splurgy tendencies.
Accurate.
We're not unreasonable. Yes. All right. Well, it was great catching up with you, Drew.
Good seeing you, Cassie. Good seeing you, America.
Yes. Hello, America. Bye.